ECIC, your export risk partner.
As you know, the Afreximbank is we call it the trade finance, the trade bank of Africa. It has been quite an exciting journey with the Afreximbank. I have been working very closely with the senior officials of the bank, Dr. Benedicto Rama and his team, in trying to say how best can South Africa come and join the many more than 40 African countries that are already members of the bank. Because it is a supranational type institution, more like your world banks and the likes, but this one with a focus on promoting trade in Africa, both between African countries and the rest of the world, as well as among African countries themselves. So that is to me, it is a most noble idea. The real test of how it can be best harnessed is if everybody else is participating in it. So I have actually really been punting that South Africa, is high time that South Africa joins the bank. The government decided that ECIC should be the vehicle that they use to hold shares or to get into membership with the bank. And that was a long process, but ultimately we have it now, sealed, and we are ready to embark on the programs that we already have decided that we are going to put them to test with the bank. And our teams, as I speak now, are quite busy working out on what are the best options or what are the best opportunities that the two institutions can start getting engaged in. And when we make the announcements that next time, it will be basically to say that South African exporters are now able to participate through ECIC in the trade arrangements and the trade finance arrangements that can be made with the bank.
So you've mentioned some of the opportunities that this partnership will create for South Africa, but specifically for ECIC. What exactly, or one of the core things that you are hoping will steamroll from this partnership? Yeah,
I mean, we have always had a number of challenges, especially in countries in West Africa, the French-speaking African countries. We've always wanted to be much closer to them, and even through trade. And we felt that our partnership with the bank will bring us much closer to sealing deals in the Francophone, French-speaking African countries. But besides that, because the bank has got that level of credibility as a supranational body, where there are many governments that are part of that, many countries that are part of the bank, such that no single country can actually unilaterally influence the direction of the bank. So we felt that, as participants in there, we will be able to leverage on their wide coverage of the continent, and also on their the capacity they have built and the skills base they have built in trade finance, products that we can learn from them, pricing. There will be a lot of secondment of our staff to the bank, and that can only enhance our own capabilities within the ECIC. So not so much the direct, obtaining finance from the bank directly as ECIC, but enabling our exporters in South Africa to get access to that financing pool. That for us is a big plus. So we'll be doing a number of projects together where we will provide the insurance cover, and the bank will provide financing for the project.
So you've mentioned that ECIC is the main body from South Africa that's been included within the bank. But looking towards the near future, are there any other shareholders from South Africa or partners you're hoping to add onto the table? Yeah,
there already are private sector players, private banks that are part of the bank, Standard Bank and the others, RMB. They are part of the bank already. They have actually taken shareholding, a particular class that is reserved for private financial institutions. But from our side, it is quite important because, with us holding there, it means directly that South African government is holding shares in Afreximbank. So it changes the dynamics, because now you are also promoting the policy involvement of the South African government in the structures in the programs of the Afreximbank.
The opportunities for small and medium enterprises being a part of this bank, what opportunities does that present?
So that is actually the focus of this partnership, because usually you are large companies who would have very well-established relationship with the providers of trade finance facilities like your banks and the likes. But for a small guy in a small and medium enterprises, there has not really been that focus on them and to get into product into this field. And if you look generally across the continent, you will find that beside your Unilevers, your Dangotes, your MTNs and the likes, you really don't have those large organizations. You have more vibrant small and medium enterprises, and the moment you get this to be trading together and taking some of the risks that otherwise your exporters, small exporters would be confronted with when they get into these countries, then you are able to rejuvenate the exporting culture, which is what we intend to be doing.
ECIC, your export risk partner.